missed last week. I apologize about that, but I'm back and I'm even starting what is that? 6 minutes early, right? Because I missed last week with you guys, and I apologize about that. There was a lot of personal stuff going on, so I couldn't really do last week's live, but we're here right now, and I want to thank the 157 people that tuned in to the last live. And I also want to thank my silent supporters. I just want to let you know that I see you. Even though you don't subscribe, even though you don't like anything, the algorithm doesn't lie. I see that you're watching and I appreciate you. And thanks to all my silent supporters. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in reverse. Okay. I'm going to wrap, I'm going to cover my topics in reverse because, like I said, I missed last week. So, the first topic I want to talk about is my buddy called me the other day, right? And he was going off. He was going off about Michael Jordan. He was like, Michael Jordan this and Michael Jordan that. I said, yo, wait a minute. Didn't Michael Jordan just win the um the Daytona 500? Like, he lent his car to somebody, well, another teammate or something like that, and they wound up winning the Daytona 500 in his car. And I told him, I was like, well, shoot, y'all should be happy about that. He starts going off about the fact that some scandal came up and uh, MJ was up there tapping some little boy on the butt, and he was going off about, listen, man, my sneaker collection, MJ's gonna get canceled. My sneaker collection, I could just see it going up in smoke. And I tried to tell him, like, listen, I don't know if that's true or not. However, I do know that Michael Jordan just took NASCAR to court and he whooped them in court, and they big mad about him whooping them in court, right? So yeah, anything that will pop up with his name on it, they're gonna pump it, and they're gonna pump it with a negative connotation because number one, now they're trying to attack his legacy, his character, basically. You know what I mean? Because yeah, they're saying that he inappropriately touched a young man, and they're running with the story. So, like I said, a buddy of mine was what? Oh, okay, all right. Well, I could look like whoever, but I'm not even talking about that. And I should stop watching the comments. So what we're talking about is Michael Jordan, him being caught up in some kind of scandal touching a little boy's butt. My my homie called me up who is into sneakers and has a vast sneaker collection and he sells sneakers. He started going off about Michael Jordan and this scandal and that his sneakers are about to be basically worth nothing. And he was going off about that, right? So when I did see what was going on, I told him, I was like, listen, forget about them sneakers. I don't trust nobody with yellow eyes, right? I asked him, I was like, what's up with Michael Jordan and his yellow eyes? Because the last time he did an interview, the boy looked like he had health conditions, right? So that's the last thing, or that was the first thing that presented itself to me when we came back, or I came back from handling what I needed to handle, right? So we were talking about the Michael Jordan thing, and he's worried about his shoe collection and things like that. I don't know what y'all think about that situation, but what do you think he should do? Should he hold on to those sneakers or try to offload them, or what should he try to do to basically get rid of that situation where he's worried about his money not being recouped from those sneakers? So you can leave your suggestions in the comment about that particular topic. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about moving backward is what we talked about last week, right? I started trying to tell y'all about the importance of you guys figuring out where your money is going, right? Because they do studies on this all the time. You got to figure out where your money is going. They say that you waste between $500 and $700 every month on convenience items, right? Convenience items could be like something like you going to Starbucks and you getting that $8 coffee. You going to eat out all the time. You going to things like what? The vapes. That takes a lot of people's money. Gambling. There's a gigantic gambling problem going on right now. People are going broke doing this online betting stuff. Um there also there's a lot of alcohol going on. There's also people are living outside of their means. They got a bunch of credit cards, 25% interest, stuff like that. There are also situations where people are like, going to pay their loans, right? You go get a $700 payday loan or something like that for an issue that might be an emergency, but you can't even pay that loan back. And before you know it, you're three, four loans in. And now that $700 turned into $2,500, right? That's the 400% rule that they get you with because they know you're not going to be able to pay that money back. So what they do is, yeah, that's how you get sucked into that payday loan thing, and that's how you can't get out of it, right? So these kind of things. Oh, also, it's a bunch of subscriptions that you might have on your phone or that you might not need, right? Or also, I got people that I know that spend all their money on PS games, PS downloads, things like that, right? Um, Spending their money on how you give a character more life or something like that, and they've been doing that all their life. Well, I can't even say all their life, but I mean these are some of the things that other people do that add to that 500 to that $700 that y'all waste every single month. You just got to figure out where your money is, where is it going, and these are the things that are keeping you uh, behind the power curve or the eight ball when it comes to saving money. Number one, and also investing. Right? That's $500 to $700. You could be investing that in something, right? You could be investing that five or that $700 into something that in 10, 15 years will have you in a better position in life. Okay. And the other thing I want to really touch on as well is the fact that right now, if you have not even, if you save, well, I can't even say save, if you figure out where your money's going and you, instead of putting it over here to this stuff, you put it over there in something that's going to make you some money later on in your lifetime or whatever. These are things that you got to sacrifice for. You may not need a Starbucks latte every day or something like that, right? These are the only ways that you're going to be able to save up this kind of money in order to get to where you need to be at financially, moving forward. Because anybody 18 years old on up needs to take this into consideration, based on the fact of where we're at and how expensive things are and what you need to do to stay ahead and get ahead, right? One of the ways that you can do that is learning about investing. learning about where you're gonna put your money to make more money later on. You know, um, everybody has to do their own due diligence when it comes to investing. But something as simple as this right here, um, Bitcoin, for instance, right? I've been with Bitcoin since I can't say it since the beginning, but I've been in, I've been investing in Bitcoin since Bitcoin was well, I've been knowing about Bitcoin since Bitcoin was $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, right? Right now is the best time. And see, this is the thing too. If you like roller coasters, it's not going to be a problem for you investing in Bitcoin because it's up and down and only the strong survive, right? There's been times where it dipped, I didn't invest, and then it ran up on me. It ran up on me, and I was mad that I didn't get an opportunity to buy any more and secure my future even better than I have been doing. But that's just an example of an investment that you can do because everybody's attached to their phone and things like that, right? So, this is an investment that you can do on your phone, and this helps you in the future when it comes to you being able to save money and also to be able to survive in this world. Everything is going up, and the only thing that's not going up is your paychecks. Yeah, to your, yeah, the only thing that's not going up is your paychecks. So we have to be creative in the way that we save money in order to invest in things for our future. I know everybody's into the immediate gratification, right? The immediate gratification, that's what you pay for, right? But that's keeping you in a situation where you're not able to save any money. Okay. You have to have delayed gratification. Delayed gratification in investing says that you put this money every month, every week, and you keep doing it, and it becomes second nature. And then 5 years, 10 years will pass, and then you'll see that your money is making money, and you'll come to a point years down the line, and this is a study that they did. The When the last housing market hit happened, the people that got rich were the school teachers and things like that. So steady investing, regular job, longevity, 20, 30-year career, and at the end of it you will be financially secure, right? um the other thing I wanted to touch on as well is that on social media, you have a lot of people that, as they say, they be capping. They cap about everything on social media, right? Just for attention. And it's sad. You have a lot of older people that are on social media beefing with each other. Everybody's older now. Um, this is the bad thing about like the internet because back when you had an issue with somebody, everything wasn't televised immediately uploaded because everybody has a phone now, right? However, you got to conduct yourself accordingly as a grown man out here as you get older. And it's just sad to see that not only do people can't get along, but as soon as they do something, it's on the internet. Like it is crazy to me to see all these um ONs trying to be YNs out here just doing the most, just to name a few. That whole situation on the plane with Tony and Ja and the other guy, right? Then you got family members beefing with each other on the internet. Like this is not the place to be airing differences, right? And once again, back in the day, nobody was filming everything. As soon as you do something out of pocket, it's on the internet, right? So it's just a shame to see all these ONs trying to be YNs out here, making a fool of themselves. And I'm sorry to see it, right? You know, Glorilla and her sister going back and forth. Floyd Mayweather out here, talking about money that he has that he doesn't have. You just got a lot of people that are out here living a false narrative on social media, right? So if they're having a tough time, like if Floyd Mayweather is having a tough time and all he talk about is money, why would y'all be following people like that? Because this is a the internet is like, is Peter Pan land. Everybody wakes up in a new Bugatti on the internet. Everybody got Bugattis on the internet. So that is y'all need to watch out for that. Y'all need to watch out for that. Y'all need to watch out for, these people on the internet that are basically out here telling you that they living a life that they not living. Okay. And like I said, it's just sad to see Floyd Mayweather. His whole career was based on him telling you how much money he got. And come to find out, he even broke. So it's a lot of broke people on the internet trying to make y'all think that they got bread. They don't really have the bread that they think that you think that they have. So just be careful about who you follow, what you're following, and nothing on the internet is real. The only thing that's real is when I turn off this camera and I go back to my real life. Um, I just like talking about certain topics and I take the time out to come and talk to the internet. Whether you talk to me or not, it's fine, right? But I just appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. Um, this is my second live. Well, actually, it's like my third. The backstory to the second live was I was like, all right, um, J. Cole album had just came out. I was like, I gotta go to the airport. Let me make my vehicle Studio B and I'll listen to the J. Cole album, go live, and we can have some feedback with that amongst ourselves, right? And it didn't work out the way I expected it to work out because it was a whole bunch of technical difficulties. I was talking for a long time, and then people in the comments was like, "I can't even hear you. I can't even hear you." Right? Um, so yeah, and so that particular live didn't go well. So technically, this is my third, but thanks for tuning in for my second live that we're going live for, and like I said, basically what this channel is about is just general wellness and health. What I've been talking about is financial health, right? We all got to get our finances healthy out here in this economy that we're in, right? We all got to get healthy out here. So I'm just talking about different ways where you can think about finding out where your money's going, keeping track of it, and also how to save some money and possibly after that do some investing that's going to help you in the future, right? So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I actually thought this was going to be a lot longer live than the last time I was on live. I actually did a lot longer live, but I pretty much covered all the topics I wanted to cover for this live right here. I just want to know, um, are you guys interested in knowing where your money is going and also finding better ways to make use of your money than to giving it back to Starbucks, all the fast food chains, and all the other things that you spend your money on? spend your money on frivolously, okay? So that's the purpose of me coming on live every single week on Fridays at 12 midnight to basically let you guys know about what's going on this week, what you could do, well, what we can do better to actually um, be more financially literate, try to find out where all our money is going because there's apps out here that that can track where your money's going for you if you're interested in it. If you don't care about where your money's going and you're fine financially, when well, this information is not for you. This information is for the people that really want to know how to get ahead in life, right? Because this information that I'm giving right here is general information that everybody knows. However, everybody may not be in a situation to focus properly to get their self to that level that they need to be on, right? So this is why we need a community of people to get together to support each other when it comes to uh, doing these particular things, right? We need a community of support. No one can do this on their own, right? So I just want to thank everybody for listening to me real quick. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate the love. And also, if I can do anything better in the future, as opposed to bringing topics, talking about certain topics, any feedback that you might have, please leave it in the comments and I will review it later just to see if I can answer any comments and you can come back later and basically check it out. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in and I'm gonna hit you with the Russell. Thank you for coming out. God bless you and good night. All right.